Welcome back. If you just joined us, watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, broadcasting live from Lagos. Here are the stories making our headlines this hour. Global attention targets quick control of Ebola virus disease, as experts say it will take at least 6 months to check the outbreak. The Lagos State government debunks claims that Ebola patients are being neglected, insists the state has the capacity to look after them. Nigerian Medical Association demands immediate reinstatement of 16,000 sacked resident doctors, vows to continue strike action. And European Union condemns what it calls abuses and atrocities against religious minorities in Iraq. You can get more detail on our main stories tonight on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. But do visit m.channelstv.com so you can view us live on your mobile device, and download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. We also encourage you to interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. The Nigerian Medical Association has demanded an immediate withdrawal of the suspension of the medical doctors' residency training program by the federal government. Addressing a crowd of protesters in Abuja today, the president of the NMA, Dr. Kayode Obimbe, told the resident doctors not to sign any letter of disengagement or accept any substitute appointment with government hospitals. The association also noted that while the doctors remain focused on the commitments to help control the spread of the Ebola virus disease in the country, government should resolve every outstanding issue on the 24 points demand, failing which the strike continues.
24 hours after the presidency approved the suspension of the residency training program for doctors in the country, as contained in this letter, the Nigerian Medical Association led the doctors to a protest in the nation's capital.
Great Nigerian doctors! Yesterday morning, we woke up to the shock that the government of Nigeria has suspended residency training in Nigeria. What it means is that the Nigerian government has closed down all teaching hospitals, has closed down all medical schools, and has said that they do not need specialists again in Nigeria.
Minutes later, the association enumerated its observations on the suspension and criticized the federal government for not doing enough to resolve the issues that led to the protracted strike.
For the avoidance of doubt, no medical doctor, no matter how hungry, should pick up any locum appointment with the government hospitals as directed by the circular. Any doctor who flouts this directive does so at his or her own peril. In spite of this instruction, the NMA president directed the resident doctors to remain committed to containing the Ebola outbreak. Nigerian Medical Association demands immediate withdrawal of the suspension circular and unconditional reinstatement of the so-called SAG resident doctors. Rather than abolishing residency training program, government should show more commitment towards improving the already poor-funded program.
What is wrong? What is wrong in the system? When we come here, we can't value what we have. The government of the nation does not want the health system. That is the summary of that action.
With about 16,000 doctors laid off, the main question here is who will run the hospitals? Right now, the federal government does not handle this appropriately. The health sector runs into further crisis. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Health, Mr. Linus Awete, has condemned the protest embarked upon by the resident doctors in Abuja. He told newsmen in Abuja that the doctors' action is hypocritical and a huge distraction from salient issues facing the country.
To me, the ongoing protest is hypocritical, and it cannot deceive anybody. You know, the entire Nigerian population is aware that today there is a national emergency. The entire Nigerian population is also aware that there is a very huge threat to the foundation of this economy and the country. And so the least that anybody will expect is distraction. I think this demonstration is a distraction. It's a distraction in the sense that that national emergency that has been so far declared calls on all and sundry to be on guard.
We'll turn to security now. Reports say over 50 residents of Durumbaga village in Borno State, northwest Nigeria, may have been abducted by suspected Boko Haram militants. The village is located in the remote mountainous region near Lake Chad, with poor communication links, making it difficult for news of attacks to get out quickly. Now, this comes as the over 200 girls abducted from their boarding school in Chibok in April are yet to regain their freedom. Some of those who made their way to the state capital, Maiduguri, following the attacks said 26 people were killed by the militants and several houses burnt. They added that the young men who were kidnapped could possibly be trained to become Boko Haram fighters. A former governor of Borno State, Ali Modu Sharif, says violence by the Boko Haram sect should be a serious concern to everyone, and all Nigerians must be ready to contribute to getting rid of it. He was speaking to journalists in the presidential villa after a closed-door meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan. On why he is leaving the APC for the People's Democratic Party, the former governor said his decision was taken in the interest of the country. He said, having been elected as state governor twice and a senator 3 times, his interest should now be on how to move the nation forward.
Decisions will be involved by the interest of the nation first. And my now thinking of moving to PDP is also in the interest of the nation. We believe that at every time, as a leader, as people who lead people, you advise them on the right course of action. The country is a big country, and Borno State is a different state from any other state in the nation. Borno has the biggest border to Chad, to Niger, to Cameroon, and it's open border. It's not, Borno is not like Republic of Benin, which has only one entrance to Nigeria. In Borno, you can enter from 20 different points to the country. Therefore, it needs the understanding of the terrain, every knowledge that every politician have, particularly any politician that operated in Borno State.
Former Borno State Governor Ali Modu Sharif. Well, good news for business people here in Lagos as residents have another cause to smile as the ultra-modern W.H.O shopping complex is now open for use. A project which is solely financed by First Bank was commissioned today by the state governor, Babatunde Fashola. Governor Fashola told a gathering that the project is in fulfillment of his administration's promise to provide the needed infrastructure to promote trade and boost the state's economy. Our correspondent, Kelvin Obeton, reports.
This imposing edifice summarizes the transformation process that the W.H.O market has undergone. The eye-catching world-class ultra-modern mall is a product of an effective public-private partnership. It is now called the main W.H.O shopping complex. Governor Babatunde Fashola is joined by his deputy, members of the State Executive Council, traditional rulers, and the Group Managing Director of First Bank to commission it.
All those who do business here will continue to prosper.
Next is a tour of the facilities. The project is an attestation of the state government's commitment to infrastructural development.
What we hand over today is only phase 1 of the redevelopment of W.H.O market. By the time we open and hand over phase 2, which is also completed, their combined capacity will make them the biggest retail outlet in the whole of Africa.
Being the sole financier of the project, First Bank is pleased to be a partner to this success.
First Bank has taken the lead in the provision of infrastructure financing in Lagos State and across the Federation. We count, along with the W.H.O shopping complex, a number of other high-impact infrastructure financing initiatives championed by our bank.
The bank has also concluded arrangements to provide mortgage for prospective shop owners who are not able to make full payments.
Besides solely financing this project, First Bank is providing substantial mortgage financing for the acquisition of shop spaces and other outlets in this complex. We will be offering, and it's available from this moment, would-be shop owners generous interest rates on mortgage facilities with an 8-year payback period.
The facility consists of about 4,000 shops and business units of different sizes, escalators and elevators, wide staircases and goods ramps, CCTV cameras, public conveniences, water scheme, power generating plants, waste management services, and multi-level parking lots for up to 600 cars, and key clamps to accommodate small traders, among other features. Kelvin Obetin, Channels Television News.
The winner of the bid for Nigeria's second digital broadcast signal distribution company, Pinnacle Communications Limited, has promised to begin operations before the end of this year. The chairman of the company, Mr. Lokyo Moluwa, told a news conference in Abuja that infrastructure needed to make Nigeria transition from analog to digital has been deployed to help meet the target date. Mr. Moluwa described the award process of the broadcast signal distribution for the digital migration to Pinnacle Communications as transparent.
It's barely 11 months to the takeoff of digital broadcast in Nigeria, and the federal government has launched an enlightenment campaign to sensitize Nigerians and broadcasters on the need for a switch from analog to digital broadcasting. While so many questions bordering on the attainment of this laudable target by January 1, 2015 has been on the lips of many Nigerians, the chairman, Pinnacle Communications, the winner of the bid for the second broadcast signal distribution company, promises a timely commencement of the digital signal distribution.
We are committed to the success of this project. Our aim is to meet the aspirations of the government of Nigeria and the yearnings of the people of Nigeria on the digital migration, which we have been tasked to make happen. Assurance of Pinnacle Communications Limited is that we are leaving no stone unturned towards the success of the project. And as a demonstration of this, we have gathered the best in the world to deliver the best solution to Nigeria.
Technical partners who will be involved in ensuring the smooth transition, according to the management of Pinnacle Communications, include Huawei Technologies of China, Gates Air of the United States, and Jampro Antennas. They all pledged their support for the federal government's plan.
Pinnacle and Gates Air have been partners since 1998. And I would add that Pinnacle Communications is a key partner to us. We believe in each other, and it's really unique partner to us, and it's very important for this kind of big project to believe in each other.
While achieving such magnitude of project does not come without some sort of challenges, the management of Pinnacle Communications says they are equal to the task, as all infrastructure have been deployed.
We have existing infrastructure all around the country, which we think will hasten and efficient deployment of infrastructure. That's just one example of how we think we can deploy very quickly. Just to also give you another hint, we have deployment in phases as part of a strategy.
Some of the benefits of migration from analog to digital broadcast system include technology transfer. This is what Pinnacle Communications promises Nigerians when it takes off.
When the news at 10 returns, Advan MIPAN members host NBC Director General in Lagos. Please join us again.